sports. It's in the game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Chicago Bears. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They'll give to Hall. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Breece Hall from 6 yards away. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert once more. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Here's Fields. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Hey, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Rodgers will try again on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. He's got daylight. And they will score a pick six for the Bears. Touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Out to the right here to Wilson. They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll roll him out right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones now in motion left. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This taken in at the goal line. And they can't bring him down. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. Now it's Rodgers. quickly here, and that's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And again, it's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Throwing now is Rodgers.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And got his man complete.
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As they begin their 2nd half here, Charles, offensively, you know, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the 2nd half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Fields throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Back to throw. Fields
rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
You're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Rodgers now to throw. Pushes him over.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Rodgers now on first down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Rodgers going to throw.
And check down complete to Hall.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They've been so good on 3rd down interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick-6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A handoff for Herbert. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Bears! Robert Tonyan, 29 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Here comes second down at 5. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Second down, goal to go. One more time with Hall. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Now a 2nd and 6. All eyes on Fields.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.